Hello, Scales parents. My name is Mr. Hartman, band director here at Scales Elementary School. I'm doing something new this year. Instead of bringing you guys in for a big parent meeting, I'm going to shoot you this quick video and hopefully answer any and all questions you might have. Let's start with some basics. The schedule. Your band student is still going to get the normal special area rotation. The only difference is this year they elected to have band class instead of general music, which is awesome. They're still going to have PE class, so they're going to need their gym shoes on gym days. They're still going to have art and library as well. The main difference is they have band class now. So with that schedule, since our sixth graders are becoming middle schoolers, we're going to have them keep up with their schedule. They're going to get a piece of paper that has their 6-day rotation for their instrument group that shows when they have band, when they have gym, when they have art, and when they have library. Of course, you can always ask your students to see that schedule. You can email me if you want a personal copy just to help them out. But we're trying to help them be more independent, more aware of their daily schedule. So those students are going to have those starting today. Let's move on to the big one, instruments. Several of you guys have already gone out to music stores to rent your instruments, and that's fabulous. Many parents have emailed me about purchasing some instruments. That's also great. And several of you guys have contacted me about using school instruments. All this is wonderful, but I did want to maybe break down some of those options that we sent home on our band information sheet just to clarify some things. I'd like to start with the purchasing first. Amazon and other websites on the internet all have great deals on instruments. The issue that I want to warn you of is you often get what you pay for. Beginning band is a challenge enough. Learning how to make a quality sound on an instrument is a little bit of a struggle at the beginning for any human, let alone a young sixth grader. When you put something subpar in their hands, it amplifies that challenge and takes away from that fun. I'm not saying don't go that route because there are some good instruments on there. The Medini brands are pretty okay. There's been some other ones that have been new names that I've just heard from, and although the reviews do look good, I do caution against that because I've seen students walk in and have a year-long struggle with a $100 instrument that seems like a wonderful deal when in reality the better route might have been just to use one of our school horns. So again, if you're feeling like that's your way to go, by all means, but you often get what you pay for, and our aim is to give a quality experience for our kids. For those of you who are curious about rentals, the monthly rental fee depends on the store, but generally speaking is about $20 to maybe $30 if you're renting the percussion package. That's a pretty sweet deal, and here's why. If the student does continue in band, that's usually a rent-to-own program. I'm currently renting to own a trumpet myself that I started renting for a student last year. In a couple months, I'm gonna own that trumpet, and it's a quality instrument, one that I know that I can play for decades, and it's not gonna wear out on me. One that responds well when I play. For a lot of you, that could be a great option. I know some parents are a little weary. They're wondering, well, I don't know if my kid's gonna do this more than a year, and that's fine too, but that's an option that I would strongly recommend. The instruments you're gonna get, they're basically brand new. Generally speaking, their inventory is squeaky clean, well taken care of, and they do summer maintenance every summer to pick it back up and make sure it's clean and ready to play. So again, we're trying to get the quality experience for our students. Renting an instrument is going to make sure that it's a quality instrument, one that's going to last, and especially in a couple years or even less, you're going to own that instrument, which is super awesome for the kid and for you. The third option, of course, we do have a limited number of instruments here at Scales. I use that word limited because there's roughly 60 kids in our band this year, and my inventory of instruments taps out at about 47. We're able to make it work for anybody, but if you're trying to use a school instrument, my advice to you is shoot me an email or send a handwritten note to me as soon as you can. That way I can go ahead and check an instrument out to your student before their instrument is all checked out. An example, I've already checked out 4 of my 10 clarinets. So if your student's a clarinet player, trumpet player, trombone, tuba, percussion, we do have the instruments for them to use here at school. We're going to be able to get them home so they can practice and play that sweet music for your ears. And the sooner you contact me, though, the quicker I can get them an instrument and lock in the fact that they're going to have one this year. In the event that they play, I'm going to use clarinet as an example again. Maybe we're out of clarinets. That's when we might look at, hey, I have no clarinets, but I do have a trumpet. And we'll work with your students to still give them that experience the best that we can. We have a great network here in city schools as well, where some schools maybe have an extra couple of this instrument but need some more of this, and that's where we're able to share and collaborate, again, to provide a quality experience for our kids. If you need recommendations of music stores to go to, oh my goodness, these are the 3 that I recommend. The Music Stop, Music and Arts, and Concert Productions. There are some other stores in the surrounding areas. If you're living a little bit outside of town and there's one closer to you, all the local stores and regional stores are gonna have instruments for beginning band kids. All you need to do is walk in and say, hey, my students in 6th grade, they're starting band and they're gonna play the trumpet. They'll know exactly what you need. In line with the instruments, I do wanna talk about the book that we use. The title of the book is Essential Elements 2000. Essential Elements 2000. You'll know because the cover is mostly white with a picture of an instrument on the front and there's a yellow line at the top. Book number 1 is the one we're using. If it has a red line, that's book 2. They'll use that in 7th grade, 8th grade. But for this year, we're starting with book 1. Again, the title, Essential Elements 2000. You can find it online for probably $8. I think the last time I looked, the percussion book was $12. But of course, it's a little more expensive because it's fatter and teaches, instead of 1 instrument, 15. So, with that in mind, try to get your child a book. Again, we have a limited number of books that have been donated over the years, but I certainly don't have enough to outfit the entire band. Fundraisers pending, Step Up and Serve's coming up. Hopefully we'll be able to purchase some more and kind of alleviate that cost on you guys. But picking up that book, Essential Elements 2000, that's the one your child's gonna need. And it's great to have their own book because they're going to be marking in their own notes, making little marks here and saying, oh, remember this is a rest, circling rhythms. It's a really helpful tool to start with a blank. A lot of the ones I have are written in, sometimes with pen. And like I said, it's about the quality experience for the child. That $8 investment is well worth it. A word for the clarinet parents and saxophone parents. Your students are playing woodwind instruments that require reeds. I've purchased a good bit of reeds already, and I've handed them out to some students, but the reeds I buy don't last forever. And it's really great if you can help supply your child with reeds as well. If you buy a box of 10 reeds, that will probably last most of the school year, if not the entire year, if they're taking care of them the way I'm going to teach them to. The brand that I like to use is Rico. It's an orange box. You can buy them for clarinet or alto saxophone. They come in different sizes. I would say 2 or 2.5 is great for the beginner learner. Again, if you go into the music store and say, hey, I don't know what I'm doing, my kid's in band, and they play clarinet, what reed should I get? Go for the least expensive box you find. The quality is going to be just fine for beginners. You don't need to get the reserve on the top shelf, even though they are pretty fancy, and professional players use them. For what our kids are doing, the bottom shelf, cheapest box you can get, again, number 2 or 2.5. That's going to be what fits their mouths at the beginning the best. Last little bit, let me talk about the extras. The first thing I want to discuss is morning band class. Every day, free of charge, I open up my classroom to band students who want to come in and practice. I know several of us live in apartment buildings, or we have close neighbors or little baby brothers and sisters, and it's not always something where it's going to be easy to make noise or appropriate to make noise after hours, after school. You know, if little baby brother's sleeping, you don't want a beginning clarinet player in the next room honking, and you know how that's going to sound soon enough. So I open up the classroom in the morning for band class. It's loosely structured. It's more of students come in and pick challenges themselves that they want to work on. But it's a free service that I offer as a way to, again, provide the highest quality experience for our kids. The start time, very important, 6:40. Some of you guys are going to want to drop them off at 6:30. Please don't. I'm usually here by 6:30, but by 6:40 is when I open the doors. So help us out by not dropping off kids early. That way we can keep this morning band class open and rocking. You can bring them anytime before school, starting at 6:40 until 7:15. So if you know you can't get them here at 6:40, but you can bring them at 7, bring them. If they want to come in and practice, let's provide them that opportunity. It's going to make their year easier and then more fun. So again, morning band starts at 6:40 every day. It's free. It's supervised by me. And it's a great opportunity for those kids to make music. It's not required, but your kids are welcome to come and do some practice. Some more extras we're gonna have. I'm gonna give you the cliff notes because they haven't started yet, and you'll get more info as we go. Our band class meets during the day, but we do have some extra ensembles that meet outside of school to provide a more well-rounded middle school experience. We do have a pep band that's going to play at 2 basketball games, and then, of course, the championship game when the Scales Superstars go. That's right, go Stars. More information on that as it comes out, but that happens over the course of October till the first week of December. Another extra thing we offer that I love to do is the Scales Jazz Band. That kicks up about November and goes until May. Again, we have some rehearsals during school, after school and before school here and there. A more detailed schedule, including performances for that, will go out when the time comes. The last of the extras we offer here, every year we do a spring musical, and we invite our beginning band students to be a part of the live orchestra that plays while the actors are on stage doing their singing and dancing. It's a lot of fun. All these extras are not required, but again, something that we offer here at Scales to give our students the highest quality experience possible. I know some of you guys still have questions. If you manage to hold on to the front page of your band info sheet, you might be able to find some answers there. Just a brief recap. As far as the schedule goes, your students are going to be responsible for that this year. I know what you're thinking. My kid can barely tie their shoes and keep their head on straight. I know. They're going to get their schedule and they're going to be on top of it. They're going to learn this year how to be responsible. If you have questions about the schedule, don't hesitate to contact me. You're going to see the email right here, and you can send that to me. Instruments. If you're going to purchase an instrument, make sure you're buying something worth the quality. We want to help these kids have a great year, and giving them something subpar at the beginning just because it might save a couple bucks, really in the long run might sour this experience for them. So if you're going to purchase an instrument, feel free to reach out to me with questions. I will do my best to do the research and get you a solid answer. Renting at a music store, again, the top music stores in our town, Music Stop, Music and Arts, and Concert Productions. All 3 real close to Scales Elementary School. All 3 offer great prices. If you're going to use a school instrument, contact me as soon as you can. That way I can guarantee your child's going to get one. Extras, the extra ensembles, the information are coming out. I appreciate your time watching this video. I hope you were laid back on the couch relaxing while you were getting all this information, because you deserve it. I'm going to leave you, the last thing on the screen is the list that we have now of band performances for our band class. You're going to see them here on the screen in a second. If any more pop up, and with luck they will, we'll be passing out that information as soon as we can. Again, shoot me an email if you have a question, and I'll see you guys in the band room.